my friends, and welcome to this episode of Portfolio Reviews. My name is Julia Masalska, and this is my channel. It's called Made, and you will find a bunch of stuff to learn design and freelancing on this channel. And today, I would like to review some of you guys' portfolios that you have submitted to me on my Instagram page. So let's take a look at those. Thanks for telling me that. Hi guys. Sorry about that. I have not noticed that I was on mute. Also, let me move myself a little bit away from that thing. Um, okay, cool. All right, my friends. So we have four different portfolios today that we're going to go through. We have Atik, we have Victoria, we have Carlos, and we have Kalishvarin. Okay, and we're going to start with this portfolio, and I can see already a bunch of work. Hopefully, you guys can hear me now. I think that should work. Okay, cool. And let me also add some music in here. Let me add some vibes in here because we want to have a little vibing session going on here as well at the same time. So, okay. Let's get vibing here. Okay, so let's take a look at Atik's projects, and now I can see all of them actually. So Atik is specializing in different, I would say, social media assets and also print like flyers and business cards. So it's mostly print and social media that Atik is doing. So I would love to have a little intro here, Atik. So if you're watching this, make sure to have a little info about yourself here, what you're specializing in, what you're passionate about, or what clients you have worked with in the past. Maybe there are some bigger clients that you want to mention to kind of support your professional experience. And hopefully you guys can hear me now. Yes, awesome, cool. Cool. Yeah. So I think Behance is a really cool platform to showcase your portfolio, because there's this new feature that's called Save as Candidate. So people can actually save you as candidates, and there is a lot of, you know, search going on. So talent is always, you know, highly requested on Behance. And even I had people reach out to me for projects. I think for in the last 2 months, maybe a month, I had at least 5 different projects that I've started doing through Behance. Well, they found me on Behance. And also another thing that I really love doing, I wanted to show to you guys real quick, is when you have the Creative Cloud subscription, you can create an online portfolio. So it's called the Adobe Portfolio. So here you can, I have it here connected because I have it activated, and this is what it looks like. So you can see my Behance projects here, right? And when I create an Adobe portfolio, I am having this site here. It's called masalska.myportfolio.com, and as you can see, it's more of a personalized site than it just being a, you know, a Behance portfolio. So it does look a little bit more professional. And also here's this contact button. This is where people actually reach out to me. So mostly when I'm getting project requests, it's not through the Behance site, it's actually through the Adobe portfolio that's connected to my Behance. So the cool thing is that whenever I post a project on Behance, it automatically shows up on my Adobe portfolio. So I don't have to go through several sites and, you know, start continue you know, adding the projects everywhere. So cool. And we have some people joining us. Awesome. Cool. So guys, this is something I can really recommend you guys doing, and also you can build in some links, and there are some just amazing hover effects. And by the way, if you want to check it out, I have my freelance contract here shared. It's masalska.myportfolio.com, and also you can add some about info. You can so let's say I have my little like about page where I'm kind of writing what I'm doing and so on. So this is more personalized, and it's more, I would say, it appears a little bit more professional than having just a Behance portfolio. So if you guys already have the CC subscription anyway, just use it. It's free. You don't have to pay anything extra for that. And I think you can build up to 3 different sites. So in case you are on a job search and you want to apply for different job positions, so let's say in my case, I would apply for a packaging design position. Let me open my portfolio real quick. So let's say I want to apply for different position. One of them would be a packaging design position, so I would only put my packaging projects in it. And one would be a, you know, branding design position, so I would put all my branding projects into it that not necessarily have to do with packaging, but really concentrate on branding. And I have also seen that Attic is also doing different stuff, so it can be social media, it can be you know, branding design or print. So in that case, you can create 2 different Adobe portfolios, and they will showcase different projects that you pick for each of those projects, for each of those portfolios. So that's also something really useful that you can use in your advantage, and it's free. And it has your name in it, so you don't even have to have any extra domain or anything like that. And you can also, if you already have your domain, so let's say I already had a domain that I have connected to my Adobe portfolio, so I just created a forward link. So whenever I go onto masalska.design, it automatically forwards to my portfolio. So I don't even have, I can even use a regular domain that I might already have anyway. Okay, friends, so let's dive into the projects, and I would like to see what exactly they have in them. Social media banner design, RGB color mode. This is interesting, although I don't think it's necessary to mention the color mode here in 300 dpi. Okay. Adobe Illustrator, high quality and unique design. I would not mention that. I would say I would at the top of the page, I would rather mention who is the client, who have you been working for, and what exactly is the solution that you gave them with your design, right? So there must have been some kind of challenge that they were facing, and they were telling you, hey, we need a, you know, we need a school admission you know, ad or something like that, and you gave them this solution. Although, you know what, I'm also thinking 300 dpi is used for print. So whenever you publish something online, you don't usually don't go about 150 dpi. So even that, you know, it's definitely not necessary here. And what else? Okay, I like that you have this little contact buttons here. I would put them at the bottom of the project, but this is really cool. I love your designs. Your designs are really amazing, and the layout is really good. You can see the hierarchy is really good here. We have burger, you know, jumping into your face, which is basically something that you should see right away. And then you have fresh and hot, 50% off. Obviously, the burger itself. It's a really cool work. Except for, you know, you did a little, as I can see here, you have some little issues going on here, so it's a little pixelated. I would definitely make sure that all the details inside the ad are perfect and that there is no hiccups like that. You can see that it's a little pixelated, so I would definitely blur that out a little bit in Photoshop, or just, you know, cut it out a little bit better. Okay, but otherwise I think the hierarchy here is really great, and you did a good job in this one. Here, special offer. I think those look really cool, and they are interactive. There is a button, 30% off. I think that works well. I'm not sure if that's maybe too much information here at the bottom, because an email address is not necessarily something that you put on an ad, you know, but if that was requested by the client, of course, that's another thing. And here again, we have those little hiccups going on here with the pixelation, and also there's a little white frame around the image, so you want to try to avoid that. I'm not sure why the off is kind of around the corner here. It's a little off. I would just write it right next to it, up to 50% off, or underneath it, and put the 50 right into the center of the circle. Yeah, all right. But yeah, I think you are doing a pretty good job on those. This came out really good. Find out more. Yeah, again, I feel like those ads, they appear really tiny, and even they're even made to be seen on the phone. So if I would see it on the phone, really tiny, not being able to read all the text. And also, when you're creating samples like that, or templates like that are supposed to kind of represent real work, never ever, guys, use lorem ipsum. Please just try to write something that kind of works in this case. Don't use lorem ipsum. It's not it makes it so unrealistic, because if I had not seen the lorem ipsum, I would have thought that maybe you had already created this for a client and you're presenting work that you have created for a real client. And now I see that it's not the case, right? So it's a little yeah, just try to use text like examples that will work in that case. Gain your muscle, get your shape. Yeah, I think definitely if I was somebody who was looking for a designer for my ads, I would definitely consider you for my to hire you. Okay, let's see. Let's take a look at one of those card projects, or let's take a look at the social media. It seems like you're started specializing on social media a little bit more. Okay, and it seems like they're the same designs that you were showing earlier. So make sure to not double show things. Make sure to create a project and make it look realistic, so as if you have created it for a client, and then don't repeat things. Okay. But I think your work is nonetheless, it's pretty good. And if I was a realtor, or if I was some kind of company that needed a quick design, or like a quick banner or something like that, I would definitely consider you. And what did I want to say? Oh, of course, if you are creating small designs on a freelance basis, of course you want to have the bigger clients, right? Everybody wants the bigger clients. So for me, instead of just showing a business card, I create a whole project around it. So if, let's say, I had some kind of idea in my mind, and of a certain design, and I thought I need to put this into my portfolio because I think it's really cool and it would represent my abilities as a designer really well. That's something that I sometimes do as well. I put a packaging design out there, and I create a whole branding project around it, because I tell you why. Because a client might need more than just a business card. A client might need a logo, a whole corporate design. So might need a letterhead, might need I don't know, prints on t-shirts. So why not create a whole project around it? Not just a business card, but apply the same design to different things, and that would also inspire clients to hire you for bigger projects. So example, they would not hire you for just making the business card, but also making all the other things, which will bring you more money, obviously. All right. Yeah, so I would definitely go more into depth in your projects, and I would create a whole branding project out of what you already have, because you do have a logo here. So why not present the logo on a single slide? So you can also do logo design for the clients, right? Just extend your don't be shy, you don't have to just stick to making ads or making flyers. You can make bigger things, right? All right, otherwise this is cool. I would love to see some about info, and I think the amount of links here is good, so that people don't get confused. Sometimes when you have too many links, it's can be a little bit confusing. But cool. For everybody who just tuned in and who would like their portfolio reviewed, please add me on or write to me on Instagram. It's Julia Masalska, and I am going to review your portfolio. Just shoot me a message with your portfolio link. It's Julia Masalska. Okay, so, and next up, thank you so much, Adik, for submitting your portfolio, but we are going to be jumping to Victoria now. Awesome. Welcome to Victoria's portfolio site. I already like this. I think this is even made in Adobe Portfolio. Let me know, guys. Let me know, Victoria, if that's the case. Cool. Felipe is asking, did your work decrease in this quarantine? Honestly, not at all. My work actually increased because I'm doing a lot of streaming with Adobe, and not all of the designers who have been previously streaming with Adobe were able to continue working because they were not set up from their home. They didn't have the studio equipment that I have, for example, so it's kind of more difficult for them to be integrated into the design process that they usually have there. Because before, what we did was I would travel to the studio, and I would be at the studio. I did not need any of my own equipment except for my laptop, right? But now, since we're all streaming from home, only several people have the setup, so I got way more to do for them. And also, I have a lot of clients who are working for the medical industry. Right now, we have COVID tests coming up, so all that kind of stuff, packaging for medical things. All that kind of stuff kind of increased a lot right now, and I've been actually working on a packaging for a COVID-19 at home test, which also brought me a lot of work. And yeah, so I think certain fields decreased, like new businesses are probably not opening right now, but existing businesses that are profiting from the COVID situation are even, have to level up and have to increase or improve their brand. Cool. Farhad is here from Pakistan. I'm your big fan. Oh, awesome. Thank you so much, Farhad, for joining. Thanks everyone for joining. Now let's get back to Victoria's portfolio site. Cool. I like the way you're kind of writing in the third perspective. Scroll down to see her work. I think it looks very professional. The projects already look really amazing. I think it's cool if you're already able to create your own, photos and mock-ups. And don't, if I would scroll through and I would see any mock-up that I have seen 1,000 times before, I would already be like, this person is probably new to graphic design. But here, this looks very professional. And let's take a look at this American Cocktail Club. I'm really excited to see this project. We have an overview, deliverables, user story information. This is really, really great. This is some amazing information that we already get. American Cocktail Club is a company that sells cocktail off-the-mouth kits. These are mostly purchased as gifts for cocktail appreciators. This is really awesome, and businesses like that, by the way, they profit from the COVID situation because we weren't able to go to bars. So what do people do? They go and order cocktails online to get delivered to their house. So people who would make cocktails before, they would now have to, you know, create packaging and create all of this stuff to send it over to their clients, which actually would come to their bar, and where they wouldn't have needed the packaging before. So those things definitely profit from the COVID situation, and those things became more popular. I have seen several friends, you know, ordering those cocktails, and they would come in amazing packaging and amazing like instructions and so on how to make those cocktails. Anyway, let's dive back into this project. Web design okay, so you have created a web design concept, which is really cool. Let's take a look at this user story. Okay, this is a little hard to read, but the good thing is in the Adobe Portfolio, you can zoom in. So once you click on it, you get this like bigger image of it. What's the kitten? What's the intention? What's the obstacle? So is the Trump? I'm not sure if this is necessary to have so much information, because you already have provided us with so much information in the beginning. So maybe there is a way to kind of, okay, I guess information architecture is kind of important to show how you you know, structure the page, which is really cool. Maybe there is a way to make it in a more visually pleasing way and not have a lot of text, because I am currently, I'm looking for a site, and I'm not looking for, you know, I'm not looking for a whole like page that I have to read. Okay. Cool, but it's cool that you really went into depth in the project. It shows that you're super interested in, you know, going into depth. And the site looks really amazing. I'm wondering if, let's make it a little bit larger here, or actually it might even go smaller. Okay, so let's take a look. So I'm thinking maybe the icons here are a little too small, and I would leave a little bit more space here at the top bar for the logo and for all of these things. Also, they seem not to be centered here, so the distance between, let me quickly zoom in so you guys know what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, actually no, that it looks fine. Maybe like increase the size a little bit of this text typeface and leave a little bit more room for the header. Cool, the image looks amazing. This is a really amazing image for the title, you know, for the beginning. This is the first thing that you see when you open the site. This is the first thing that you see, so you immediately need to understand what it's all about, and this, you did a really good job here. And also I can see you kind of adjusted the image a little bit, you know, removed a little part of it and blurred it out. You did a really nice job here so that the text is nice and legible here. And also we have a little button here, join the club. It's really amazing that you have it all, you know, kind of very well organized on the starting page, on the landing page. Okay, this is cool. You are introducing here the different resources, the different people that have featured this product. And again, this image is amazing. What's in the box? Cool. Yeah, I think the site totally works, and it's very cohesive. The illustrations have all those sharp edges, which is really cohesive, and it totally works together. You kept the colors, the typeface is consistent, the typeface sizes are consistent. Here, maybe to avoid this long line here, I will maybe divide it into 2 lines, just because you can see that the bottom line is pretty empty. So I would just divide it into 2 lines, so it kind of makes it a little bit more compact and more centered, and the person does not have to go from one side to the other on the screen, trying to read the text. Okay, but this is really amazing. I think you did a really good job here. Order yours, learn more. Okay, join the club, learn how it works. What's in the box? The thing is, Okay, everything but booze. You have those dividers, and there's a lot of them. Maybe try to do it like here. Here you created dividers by putting images in between the sections, right? So maybe here that would work as well. So maybe I would avoid this divider, and this divider is not even necessary because you already have the image dividing it from the next, thing. Okay. Okay, we have a little slider going on. That's really cool. I would love to see like a functional prototype if you have maybe worked in XD before. Even if this is a Photoshop file that you have here, you can just open it with XD and animate it. So you can create sliders like that. So you can click through, and the photos will be switching up. And you can even create real buttons that lead to something. Maybe scroll to a part of the page. Okay, cool. But the design itself and the design system that you've created here is really great. So I give you a thumbs up for this one. Be the mixologist. Cool. Awesome. Farhad is saying, please say my name. Wow, okay. Okay. Hi, Atik. Yeah, just no worries. You can rewatch the play. That's the good thing. Cool. And we have the shop here. I love the way you show it. There's no you don't need to like write, okay, this is the shop. You already show that this is the shop. It's clicked, it's selected here. It's shown in orange color, which also, by the way, works totally great with all the illustrations and all the, little orange elements that you are already using. So the design system here is super, super cool. Right, okay. Okay, we have the little products that you can order. Okay, I think it totally works. You did a great job here. I have nothing to complain. The imagery is amazing. Maybe just work a little bit on the layout, so it's a little bit, the different sections are a little bit better divided, and it's more understandable. Okay, and past boxes. Okay, wondering about your past boxes. Every month we partner. Okay, cool. I think that honestly, on the website, the imagery is already like the most part of the deal, because if you don't have good imagery, even if you have the greatest design, the website might not even, work or attract the people. But imagery is really great here, and you just did a good job also, putting the layout together. Let's see our recipes. Okay. I feel like here, if I might zoom in, here, let's see if I can zoom in here. We have this little section here where the text is not very great divided. There's a lot of spacing between the words. So, okay, let's take a look at this. Here, so let's take a look. Where is it? Oh, here. So here we have this little section where it's not really great, I would say. So here the layout inside the little recipes, you can definitely work on it a little bit. And honestly, it's all about the details. So when a client looks at your site and you really want to attract professional clients, it's all about the details. So they will look at that, and they will, okay, here we have a demo. This is really cool. This is awesome. I think this is really, this is created with Webflow. Awesome. Okay. So maybe if you would show the site in the beginning, so I would put this demo because this is really cool and it's interactive and it's exciting to look through it. So before I scroll through all of these designs, maybe it's better to show the preview of the designs right away, and then you can dive deeper into the different pages if the person wants to. But if they're not, some people, they don't want to spend too much time on your site. They just want to click through really quickly. And if you show them something amazing like this, where you have actually created this prototype, a functional prototype where you can, go through it, then it might be easier for them to find this amazing part here if it's at the top, right? So they don't have to scroll through all of this stuff. But you did a good job on this project. I will definitely give you a thumbs up. And let me see where I can go back. Okay, I guess I have to go back to projects. All right, now let's take a look at space, web design concept. So it seems like you're concentrating on web design, star movement. Here, this looks like, let's see. web design concept. It looks like you are a web designer. So maybe there's something you can, somewhere you can write it down. Let's say here you could write web design portfolio or something like that, so that it already points out that you are concentrating on web design. What is this? Web design. So yeah, you are technically a web designer. And maybe here, instead of this image of the space, maybe we can have something less dreamy and more like presenting your work. So I would maybe take certain images from your work and just create a little layout and put it as a background, so that the person who opens your site already sees your work and they already see, aha, this girl does web design. And then it's not even necessary to write it there, because the visuals will already speak for themselves. Cool. Ali saying, you're observing deeply. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm trying. By the way, you guys' work is amazing. I'm just trying like to find those little details that it's really important to, yeah, it's very important to dive into the details. And here, the first thing that I see is you're very dreamy. I might even think that you are doing illustration or, you know, some Photoshop work, some like compositing or something like that. So make sure that it's not a misunderstanding here at the top right. By here you are also doing fine art. So let's take a look at that. Fine art, oh yeah, see, you are doing that. But it is a little confusing, because you see, I see a lot of web design projects, right? And you put okay, we do have some compositing at the bottom. But what do you want to do? That's my question. Do you want to attract clients in web design, or do you want to attract clients in Photoshop compositing? Because you have to have a certain goal, and if you are specialized in something, the chances are higher that the client will actually, will actually ask you to work for them. Because if they see that you're also doing this and you're also doing that, then it's a little bit more difficult to understand what are you actually passionate about, right? So I would definitely, if I were you, if I had to make a decision, I would definitely to go into the to put your portfolio into the web design direction. And even here you can put fine art as a side link that you can, I don't know, I feel like it's really hard to combine those two, because one is very dreamy, very artsy. It's like the art side of you. And the other one is more technical. It has to do with research, with, using a structure to something. A structure, you're using psychology and thinking about how a person will click through the site. So I would definitely try to divide those two. If you're sending this to a client, or maybe you can even make 2 portfolio sites. So I was speaking earlier about it. You can make 2 different Adobe portfolio sites. They will completely have completely different projects that you assign to those sites. So maybe that will be the solution for you. Cool. Yeah, Victoria is saying, I do that too. Can I do both? Yeah, you can do both, as I said, but just divide those two, just so it doesn't get confusing. All right. But I think you have some really, really great work, and I really love this American Cocktail Club project. I think you did a really amazing job there. And just there, put the video where you are going through the site and it's interactive, put it to the top. I think that will be really amazing. To not start the project with images like that, but rather start the project with this video where you're showing, how the site looks when it's already in function. Cool. Let's take a quick look at your about info. Meet Victoria Sebotar. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. Freelance web designer based in Greater Seattle area, Washington. Cool. I really love this image. It really says a lot about you. It shows a lot of personality, and I think you just did a great job here. Here I might, I might create this box a little bit smaller so that this line kind of aligns with the text. That would be great. Her approach to graphic design, and also here we have the text really dense to each other, the lines dense to each other. So maybe I would leave just a tiny bit more space between the lines. Her approach to graphic design is heavily concentrated in creating pictorial blends from a variety of visual elements derived from photographic pieces, manipulations of typographic fragments, and a myriad of textures. Da, 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 da. Passionate about what she does. Da, 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 da. And here you are. Okay, she specializes in web graphic design, striving to create web pages that are easy to navigate and compelling to use. Yeah, again, so you're in the beginning you're talking about photo manipulation and compositing and combining visual elements, and then in the second part you're talking about she specializes in web graphic design. So why are you talking about something else when you specialize in something else? Again, so I would totally try it out to create 2 different pages and to create one for your fine art and one for your web design. I think that would be super, super cool. And then you could also make the decision to replace this image with some of your work in the background, you know, laid out together. I think that would be really, really cool. And I think that would definitely help you to attract the right people. Cool. Yeah, Javier is saying amazing work. Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, this site is just so great. You did such a great job here. I'm so proud of you. Awesome. And thumbs up for you. Cool. All right, Victoria, thanks for submitting. Hopefully this was helpful. And next up we have Carlos Mignot. Cool. Carlos, I already see that you're very proficient in what you're doing. And I don't even know which project I want to jump on. I see you have a lot of badges already going on. This is amazing. By the way, guys, these badges you get when you get featured on Behance in a certain category. So here, Carlos got featured on Behance and in typography and in Illustrator and in InDesign. So it shows that you have a very wide variety of knowledge and capability. You know what? I'm feeling really attracted to this backbone packaging project right now. I just want to go through that. Cool. And this is the perfect example, guys. So you're showing an image of what exactly it is. So you already know what you're looking at. You already know what the project is all about. And then you give a more detailed description of the project. Who was the client? What's the challenge? How did you give them? What solution did you give them? And what exactly were your thoughts while designing? Okay. Or maybe the details on your design process, you can add some more at the bottom. But this is very important to give a background of the brand. It's not just, you know, visuals, but there is a background. And once you read this text, you already know what you're looking at. You already know, okay, so we went for a brand that will look bold and innovative for young customers. So now you're thinking, once you read this, you already know, okay, this is made for young customers. And I look at this image, I'm like, yeah, I agree. This looks like it's made for young customers. And then I look at this, yeah, I do agree. It looks very innovative. It looks very experimental. It looks like it's made for young customers. And that, you know, having this text at the top, having this description of the project at the top, really helps the person viewing to be able to judge your project, or not, I mean, judge not in a bad way. I mean, to be able to see if you did a good job or not. Because you might have a great design, but if it's not targeting the right audience, there is no, you know, you cannot really say that it's a good design. I love this animation that you did here. I think the logo is really unique, and it almost looks like you have modified the typeface here. It looks really cool. I'm very inspired, by the way, by things like that. I really enjoy having animations in the project. Cool. So you can see he's showing different use of the logo. So here we have this long variation of it, and here we have this like circular stamp-like variation of the logo, and here we have the third one, which is just an icon. So that can be used, for example, on the website or something like that. And I love the way you incorporated the bone into the B. So backbone totally makes sense, and I think it totally works in here. Cool. I might even, because here you have those rounded edges, I might even keep it consistent because this bee is so edgy, and then the bone might be edgy too, you know, but it might also look like something else. So let me know if you have thought about that. But you know, once you have something edgy, I would like keep it consistent. And also your typeface is super edgy. It has those like little corners and edges in it. Even the C, if you look at the C, let's take a look at this. Even if you look at the C, even the C, which is a super round letter, right? What can be edgy on a C? Nothing. But you still manage to bring this edginess into the C, which is a challenge. And the O as well. Even the O has those little edges, little tiny corners at the top and at the bottom. So you did a really good job, really consistent with the edginess here. And okay, the symbol we designed to identify the brand is simple and strong, the sharp B with a bone inside. GT Sectra by Type was chosen as the primary typeface of the visual identity, especially because of its beautiful curves and sharp angles. Yeah. See, this is, guys, many of you have been asking me how to select a typeface for a brand. And you just take the characteristics of the brand and put them into words. So here, edgy and round, right? Friendly and edgy and modern and experimental. So this is the typeface to represent those characteristics, right? Okay. Primary typeface, for the logotype, we modified Sectra into a Sans version. So there is even a modified typeface, just as I thought. Awesome. Super cool. This is really amazing. I'm really stoked that I am able to give you feedback on this, because honestly, this is a very high level of professionalism here. And backbone, David Banana. I think this typeface works really great with the one that you have modified. The card looks beautiful. I like the little sentences in between that you put. So I think it's really cool to give little tiny pieces of information that are relevant for the next piece to come. Cool. We have this packaging here. It's another label, I think, than the one. Oh no, it's the same one. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I think I love the way you kind of have these different bees in here to show the different characteristics of the beers, depending on, you know, look, American Lager, West Coast IPA. Yeah, although this bee here, I'm kind of thinking of the Wild West. So, oh yeah. Okay, makes sense. Wild West, West Coast IPA. I guess that makes sense. German Pilsner. Yeah, this typeface I would definitely say looks really German. And we have the Belgian wheat beer. Yeah, works. The color is also American Lager. Yeah, I totally see how you incorporated the characteristics of the beer and where the beer is coming from into the design, into the different SKUs of the packaging. So you did a really good job here. It's really interesting to analyze and try to understand it, because you have thought into depth, and I can see it now, because now that I'm looking at the different details, I'm seeing what you exactly want to say with the design. Cool. The labels really needed to catch the eye on the shelf, so we chose simple background with a Pantone color to identify each beer. Since the letter B is so present on the brand name, we decided to use it to tell apart the labels. Each B is designed specially for the label that's on it, telling the origin of the beer style. Again, I love the animation here that's going on. It's very interactive. It's fun to look through this project, and I'm not even through it, but I spent so much time to try to understand it, and I did, and that's a good part. It looks really nice here. I love this, the different. You did not go for perfect. You rather went for, you know, it's not all straight and 100% 90-degree angle, just like the bees are. They're all different, and everything's, you know, the colors are different. So this is awesome. Little visualization here. This is the back part of the beer. It's also great to show the back part, because not always people show the back part. And how it looks on the shelf, of course. It's a really cool idea. And I love the little detail image. So here, I guess you want to show that there is a spot gloss print on top, which makes it even nicer. And I think the alignment, the spot where you put the spot gloss works really well, because I'm holding the bottle like that, and I would have my thumb right on this logo. I'm just imagining holding this beer bottle and like stroking the logo. So I think this is a really great spot to put the logo, and using this glossy texture. I feel like glossy texture is always so great to touch, and this is really well done. Cool, awesome. And we have the growler here, little cards. Cool. Yeah, no, this is super professional, and I get why you got featured in graphic design. This definitely goes really into depth. Love the caps, love everything that you made. And then we are finishing up with this party scene. So you did not only do the design, you probably also did some photography here. So that's awesome. And you're also showing the target audience for this beer, which is really great. Cool, awesome. I think this is a really great project, and we have designed by several people, which makes it so amazing, because if more people come together into a project, you know, it makes it more amazing. Strategy and naming. So you had a whole team working on this, which is amazing. You were the creative director, I guess. Gabriel Meneses. Or no, you weren't. You were one of the designers. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think this is a really great project. I would definitely, I'm not sure if you're mentioning the other, oh yeah, multiple owners, there they are. And by the way, guys, if you want to create something great like that, feel free to work with other designers that have the same goal. So you all have this project showing up on your portfolio, and it looks like, yeah, it is some of your effort is in here, but it's also a collaborative effort. And it also shows that you can work in a bigger team. So this is really amazing. Carlos, we spent a lot of time on this project. I think it's a really great project. Let's take a look at this one real quick, and then we're going to jump into the next portfolios. How are y'all doing in the chat? Cool. When Ali's asking, when writing about a section, should I write as myself or a third person? Let's take a look. You don't even have to write about yourself. So look, here we have, it's just all facts. So Brio is a Brazilian management agency for sporting careers. So there is no necessity for any like first or second or third person. Okay, I guess here he's using we. So we as a group, right? Let's take a look if it's okay. This is also done with multiple owners. What you can do is, what I like doing is just not use any I or we or anything, but writing more as in the design was conceptualized with the thought of, you know, this and this and this, or because the brand is supposed to attract a young audience, colors like blah 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 were used, right? So you're not saying I use this and this color because this and this, right? So you're trying to stay away from this, and you're saying that this happened and this happened and this decision was made because this and this and this. Okay, so you can write in that as well, in that way as well. So yeah, cool. Hopefully this was understandable. Hi Rahul, good to see you. All right, this is a really amazing project. I can already see this typeface looks like it's been modified. To build this brand strategy, we took the forms of the pitch to create the bespoke typeface and a visual language as well. Squares, circles, and half circles play together to construct this singular alphabet. The extreme proportions of the circular characters result in memorable shapes. Yeah, and again here, Carlos is writing squares, circles, and half circles play together to construct the singular alphabet. So there is no need to say, I used square circles, and half circles to construct a singular alphabet. There is no need for the I or for the we. It's just the decisions that were made, right? The extreme proportions of the circular characters result in memorable shapes. Exactly. This is all facts, because there is a reason for something that appears to be something, right? So this results in that. Okay. It's a very, it's a very fine line of writing a copy for a project like that. it can make you appear so much more professional than just saying, oh yeah, I thought it was cool to you know, to use this typeface because I have seen it other designers doing that. You know, that will make this project so much more unprofessional, although the design will be cool and design will be you know, useful. But if you cannot argument, if you cannot give reasons for why things appear the way they are, or why we perceive things the way they are, then you cannot be a great designer. Because once you're talking to a client, you cannot base your decisions on, oh, I like that, or oh, I've seen this, or you have to base the decisions on research or on the things that you want to accomplish with the brand. Okay, hopefully that was helpful. Okay, all right, a man of the match. Cool. I like this mock-up. It's very minimalistic, and you don't even use a lot of shapes to kind of give details to the phones. You just use this design that's really, you know, in the forefront, and the background just shows a very simple shape. There is there is a tiny drop shadow here, but it's really, really minimalistic, and I really love that. Marcelo, I like the way you are visualizing the vectors of the logo here, or whatever it is. I'm not sure if it's a logo. I don't think it's a logo. I think it's just, yeah, I think you want to show here that you have modified the letters and the vector inside the typeface. So, okay, we have this video going on here. We have a business card that looks really amazing. And by the way, this mock-up here, super minimalistic, right? But it still represents, you know, the design, and it also is repeating in the color. So if we look at this gray, it's the same as this gray, it's the same as this gray, it's the same as, yeah. So the colors are repeating, and this blue is the same as this blue, is the same as this blue, and it's the same as this blue. So repeating those colors, the brand colors, inside your mock-ups even. Look, here again, the same color has been repeated. And it looks cohesive, because once you scroll through the project, you see the same typefaces, you see the same colors. It looks like a brand. So, all right, I'm wondering, okay, so this is a box for shoes, I guess. Okay, looks really good. Yeah, I also love photography like this, because it shows that this project has actually been executed, and this project is actually not just you know, a passion project. It's actually a client project. Cool. Creative director, project lead, strategy and graphic design, type design. Cool. And again, here is a team effort, and you can totally see how it's a team effort, and it's a really amazing project. Honestly, Carlos, the only thing I can tell you, because I can see some projects from the past here that maybe are not something, I don't know, that you're proud of anymore. Just make sure that all of the things you have in your portfolio are things that you're proud of. This is really great, but it's nothing comparable to your recent projects, right? So make sure to give a selection to the client, right? I really love this backbone project. I really love this Brio project. Because also here the cover image plays a big role. It also says a lot about the project itself, right? Here the cover image is it's okay. I mean, the project itself might be good, but the cover image kind of, I would maybe even use something. Let's see if you have any images that are better for that. Okay, even that as a background could work, or any design, or maybe something like this as a cover image would work, because this cover image does not say a lot. It does not have any texture. It's just a logo on, you know, on the color background. So, but this is really, really, if we are trying to go really into detail. Otherwise, your portfolio is super amazing. I'm really, really proud of you. We have this little about section. I'm a graphic designer based in Rio de Janeiro. Brazil, I really like typography. I would stay away from words like really. I would say I am passionate about typography and visual elements. Yeah, so that's the way I would formulate it. I am very passionate about typography and visual elements. Then I believe the experience between brands and people have the power to make the design matter. Okay, I don't really understand that sentence, but try to keep it simple and to formulate your sentences so they sound like you are bespoke, that you know how to formulate things. Because inside the projects, the copy was amazing. So make sure to keep it that way in the About Me section as well, because the About Me section does say a lot as well about you. Okay, branding and type designer, plow.co. I want to see what that is. Is that a company where you work? Maybe that's what I'm thinking. We make type pop. Okay, or maybe I'm wondering what that is. How are you all doing in the chat? Let me know. Ali's saying great designs, Carlos, and yes, totally, these great designs, and I'm totally shook and I'm surprised. Okay, cool. What is this? I'm wondering. Okay, so it seems that you are designing typefaces, and this is the site that you are presenting here in your portfolio. So let's see, branding and type designer, plow.co. Cool. Well, it seems like you are a branding and type designer at this company. I'm not sure if that's the case or if you're just a freelance designer. But anyway, just try to make it so it's not confusing. And if you want to attract freelance clients, you should write here freelance designer or graphic designer. You should not say that I'm working there already, because that kind of will make people think that you have a full-time job and maybe you don't have the time to work on freelance projects. So if you do want to attract clients, make sure to mention that. If you are applying for other jobs, or I don't know, I'm not sure if you're employed or not, but if you are not employed and if you would like to get a new job or something, you should write that you're a graphic designer. If you want to attract freelance clients, write that you're a freelance designer. So those things, and they also help people to kind of make a decision as well. They're very fine notes, but they do say a lot. Okay, we have some links here, Dribble, Facebook. Let's see if Facebook might not be the best. Yeah, so this is very private. I would say I would just take out the Facebook link here, because here this is all about your work, right? You want to show off your work. You don't want to show people like your private life or anything like that, because it's not relevant for the work. Dribble, LinkedIn, Instagram. Let's see your Instagram. Yeah, you have a lot of work here on your Instagram, which is really great. I think I'll also love the way you are organizing the projects here. You give each project a whole line of posts, which or here there's some several ones in one line, but here you did a really great job, and I will definitely share your Instagram link here, but just stay away from Facebook is not necessary to show here. Dribble, LinkedIn, Instagram, that's it. I would stay with that. Okay, Carlos, you have so much amazing work. Hopefully this was helpful for you in any way. I will work on your bio a little bit and on your About Me section. I would also spell check it, because I have seen a couple little things like the sentence, I believe the experiences between brands and people have the power to make design matter. It's a little complicated, so yeah, so just make sure to work on your About section, remove your Facebook link, and otherwise you're really good to go, and you're an amazing designer, and I really appreciate your work, and thank you so much for sharing it with us. So hopefully that was helpful. All right, and next up we have Kali Shvarin here, where I see a lot of amazing illustration here going on. So let's take a look. Cool. All right, my friends, so we have this cool ho 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 Christmas rowdy Santa Claus. I think it looks really interesting, really cool. It's really rowdy. I can even imagine this as like a something that a brand can use. I don't know, maybe like a cannabis brand or something like that, to send out a card or something like that for Christmas. So I could imagine that. Rowdy Santa. Cool. Yeah, I would love to. So, I know that you are very passionate about what you're doing. I can see it already. I can see that you're very into detail. You love, creating illustrations like that. I'm just thinking, how do you want to attract clients with this portfolio? Because if yes, I would, first of all, we are missing the about section here. It would be great to show what you're doing, what you're passionate about. So let's say I am an illustrator from India, and or you don't even have to write that because you already have it mentioned here. But you can say what you're passionate about, what your past experiences, and what type of clients do you want to work with, or you have worked in the past. Usually, we use a portfolio to attract clients and to get freelance work maybe, or get hired for a job. So here I would love to see work that you can be like as passionate as you want about it, but if there is no connection to the real world, to real cases where illustrations like that are used from clients, then the client will not be able to identify themselves and to find you kind of helping them in what they're doing. So try to find this connection on how your illustrations can be used in the real world. Okay, we have baby chick move. Let's see. Baby chick move. And we have an animation going on. That's awesome. I'm just wondering, what is it for? What can it be used for? Think about it, even if you're creating a design like this. So I'm just thinking, it's just a thought. You could write, this illustration can be used for a website where a company sells children's toys. It can be used for like a kindergarten website. So why not make it look like something realistic? That's my thought here. Cool, baby chick illustration. Or it can also this can be a brand. This can be a whole brand based on this little element that you've created. It can be like a toy brand, let's say. And then based on that, I would say, okay, this is the logo for a brand, this and this and this. And here we have a packaging that includes the logo right there. And then we have an animation of the logo going on. So that is the type of things people need to see to be able to understand that you can create, real world designs that can be used for companies. Of course, you can do it for passion as well. Like I don't want to push you to make money with your art, but who doesn't need money, right? And you could do the thing that you love, making money. So try to find this real world connection. Ganesh, Parvati, sketch art. Oh yeah, I have been to India, by the way, for a long time. And this is an illustration of Ganesh. Wow, this looks really complex. And it looks like it's made in Illustrator or something like that. Okay. I think this illustration is great, and you are showing a sketch also of it. And you are really great at what you're doing. It's just there is no connection to the real world. Cool. Ancient warrior. Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, it is, you're good. You are passionate about what you're doing. And again, this can be used, my God, I can even see this as a fashion brand, to be honest, or like a t-shirt print, something like that. Cool. This is how it has been done. Great. No, I think you're doing a great work. Also, you're having some past projects that do little. I might only stick with just 8 to 12 projects and remove some of the older ones where you're not that identifying yourself anymore with, and just keep the ones that you're most proud of and extend them with real life examples, real life applications of this design. How can this design be used for somebody who will pay you money for it? So this is my main point for you, Kalishwaran. If you want to make money, you need to show the client how you can create something for them that they pay you for. Okay, and of course the bio here, I would definitely work on that. Whew, this was a cool session, guys. Thank you so much for submitting your portfolios. And follow me here if you want to submit your portfolio link. I am going to be doing this every single Friday. We have some spots left for next Friday, so make sure to reach out to me on my Instagram page. It's Julia Maselska. And I'm so thankful for everybody who was tuning in and who stayed here with me. Thank you so much. And I will see you soon. Bye bye.